Welcome to Carey's Carving Canada, the making of the Tiki God, Part 2.
Let the saw cool off, and the rest of us, and we're going to come back. We're going to put the small guy back on top, and then we're going to start having them flow into each other. We're going to scribe the back, and see you soon. Just going to do a little close-up for you guys. So you can see here where we've started joining them together. So we're basically going to take any lines we have coming off of here, and we're going to extend them into this piece. This one too, extend into the piece. Alright, sun's gone down for a while. We're going to continue on this piece here. In the future, we're going to take our saws apart, sharpen them, give them a little cleaning. But let's get back at it. Okay, we're gonna get some music going, Bluetooth, and we're gonna take the rest of the skin off of this, the bark, and add some eyes and a little bit of designs here and there, and then we'll be ready to burn. I guess we'll get at her. So I'll spin around there. We'll have a quick look. We'll get our first face. We got some designs, patterns. You can have a lot of fun with these. They don't have to look any certain way. And we went with a second face, in fact. A little bit more work, but it's on the quarter of a patio and it's facing out to the yard. It's a nice addition. So we're going to get this burnt, and we're going to get the other one on top. And we're going to join them up. So we'll be talking to you soon. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of burning on that tiki god. Right back. Hi. As previously discussed, we're going to do a little bit of work to this, and then do a little bit of burning, a little bit of trimming here and there. So we didn't do very much there. We just got everything a little closer together. And now we're going to burn it. First, we'll give you a little closer up. Do this. Show you what we just did really quick. We just kind of edged everything off. It's nice and close. You'll see one spot where we nicked a little bit, but easy to fix. Okay, we'll see you shortly. We're burning. Okay, we're just gonna go in. And I like to call it, we're just joining it up. Always keep a bucket of water nearby in case. You can see that's blending in. That's what we want. Great too if you make mistakes. You can just you can cover them up. We did before. A little bit of water to keep the charcoal down, the dust. And again, the water shows us what it's going to look like when it's coated in polyurethane, or however you coat it. All right, we're going to take you down and give you a little close-up of what we did here with the torch. So all we did is just gave it a little, anywhere it was white, and you can see how it's dark. You see how everything joins together. Or blends together. So we're going to use that same method we use to take off the charcoal and expose the grains. Again, all these different tools are in the description. There's a lot of different ways of doing it. And let's put you back on the stand. And we're going to work at that. And then this piece will be put away and dried for 2 weeks. And maybe get a coat of paint on it in about a week. Something else I wanted to mention is these will naturally lighten up being in the sun after a few days. Once you put your paint on your clear coat, the colors will pop back out in it, the browns. I'm gonna go with something smaller, get in there. And these are great little things. They come in all shapes and sizes, and they allow you to get into the nooks and crannies. Okay, so next time we see you for this piece, we're going to be we're gonna have it painted, and it's gonna be a whole different looking piece altogether. Hi, Carey's Carve in Canada. So we're gonna do some painting today. We're just gonna go through the basic process. First of all, I've been using this paint forever. Hellman's Mini Wax. It's a little expensive, but it's got a really nice finish. The key with it is you put it on in really small coats and you let it dry, and then you can sand it with a really fine sand. And sometimes I'll go as many as 7 coats, depending on how it turns out. And then we're putting that on with a first one. We're going to use a air gun, paint gun, just a basic paint gun, electrical, nothing special. When you're using the paint gun, you've got to thin your polyurethane out a little bit, and you do that with Varsol. Quite a few videos on the internet, guys doing it, and they'll give you a rundown. There's a few different ways you can do it. You can measure it out. You can try a few runs. You can also just dip a stick, and the dripping, you don't want a consistent flow, you want a nice drip, lots of little drips. We're going to show you that. Want to make sure your wood is clean and dry. Again, it's really important with this, especially this polyurethane, is to put it on in very thin coats. So next we're going to mix a batch, and we're going to show you the consistency that we want for the paint gun. And after a few coats with the paint gun, I'll finish it off the last coat. I'll brush it on. And I always like to keep a really nice, good brush. And the brush puts a nicer coat on the finished product. But for the first 2 or 3 coats, we're just going to spray it on with the electric paint gun. Okay. So get used to this video. Carey's Carve in Canada. Hi, Carey's Carve in Canada. We're back. So we're gonna mix our paint now. So first thing, gloves. This stuff's really sticky. It gets all over everything, and it's toxic. When applying it, you want to be well ventilated. You don't want to use a mask. You want to use eye protection, and so forth. We'll get these gloves on, and we're gonna mix our paint for our paint gun, electric paint. So I'm gonna move this down. I'm gonna get paint all over the camera. And we're in 3/4 halfway. You can also use a strainer if you want, if you're doing something really fine. Okay, so we've got our mixture in here. And we're going to get really close up whenever we get just so. I'm just going to do this by eye. So I'm just going to pour a little bit in. And I'm going to mix it up. And then we're going to get up and close, and we're going to show you what you're looking for. So where's the camera? So we're stirring it up. There's the camera. We're going to pull the pencil out, and we're going to look at the consistency running off the pencil. So you see how that, when it first comes out, you're getting a steady stream. We want to turn that into a bunch of little drops, so we're going to add a little bit more Varsol paint thinner. Okay. Sometimes on the first coat on certain items, I'll put more Varsol in. I'll make it thinner on purpose. Because it'll soak into the wood a lot better for that first coat. So you see there, we're almost getting a steady drip right away. And that just makes it come out of the air gun, the paint gun. Okay, so our paint's mixed now. Again, I've been using this semi-gloss, Hellman's Minwax. They use this on boats. It's good outdoors. It's really good stuff. I've been using it. That's all I use exclusively on everything I do, just because it's consistent. Again, temperature, really important. Ventilation. It's easy to build somewhere to dry your wood. You just need a small building. Put a fan at one end, and it'll keep the air flowing. So, again, this is the gun we're using. I picked this up at Princess Auto. It's probably the cheapest one you can get, but it works really good. I'm really happy with it. I've gone through 2 or 3 of them so far. They're adjustable. You'd like to keep them clean, really important to keep them clean. A few dentist tools work good. And so next time we see you, we'll be spraying with outdoors. And that's pretty straightforward. Any questions, discussions, shoot me a message. Carey's Carve in Canada, please subscribe. And let's go paint. Hi, Carey's Carve in Canada. So we're at the point now where we're going to be painting this. We went through how to mix the paint. This one here has had a few coats. This will be the first coat for this one here. This is going to be the 3rd coat for this. Very straightforward. We're using a paint gun, electric paint gun. We went over that when we mixed the paint. I've got a really nice breeze today, so I'm not going to be wearing any protection. I also have a paint shed that I use to paint in. In there I use full protection, head to toe. We got a nice day, we got a good temperature today. Everything's perfect outside, which doesn't normally happen. And we'll look at the paint shed sometime in the future. Any questions, put them in the discussion, send me a message. Let's do this. So our paint gun, there we go. Secure, good. You can adjust to go width, horizontal, or vertical. I usually go in the middle, so I end up with a nice fit. You'll see the mist going that way, which is what we want. We've got a good breeze. Otherwise, it's really important that you wear protection. Okay, so that just gives you a rough idea of what we're doing here. You can see it's getting a lot shinier. You look at the piece. We're going to check it for runs with a brush and see what it looks like. You can see our first coat on this one here is soaking in. Okay. As discussed before, my primary 3 to 4 or 5 coats will go on with the air gun, and then I'm going to touch it up with a brush with paint that hasn't been thinned. Okay, Carey's Carve in Canada. Make sure you subscribe. Ticket.
If you didn't watch part 1 of the Tiki God, go and check it out. The link is in the description below. Thank you for watching the making of the Tiki God video. We hope you like it. If you did, please share our video and subscribe to our channel. And again, thank you for watching.